Tripwire's going off. Tripwire. Brian, is that you? Okay. Hi there, Nikki. Hallows Spirit Pursuers. We've come to yet another new location for us. This is the Queen's Hall in Watton. Teeny bit of information about this place. Apparently, this building was made from parts from a former RAF hangar, the framework, and built completely by volunteers. It was actually opened in 1956 and it's been used for functions, hire, for all sorts of things ever since then. Now, it is just myself and Dan tonight. Dan is sitting over there, I'll show you. And he's filming me as well. I don't know why Dan is filming me. Oh, look at that, look. Camera to camera. Anyway, this is actually quite a big place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick tour, show you where we've placed some equipment, what new bits of kit we've got as well, because we've got lots of new bits of kit that we can't wait to try out. So bear with me and I'll give you a tour. So this is the main hall. You've got your entrance just there, access to toilets. There is a bar here, but we won't have access to the bar tonight. So this is the main hall. I believe this wooden dance floor is sprung loaded. There aren't many of these types of dance floors left in the UK, I believe, but we've got this really big stage. So what have we got in this room? We've got all our kit that we can take with us and swap bits over tonight. But the main pieces of kit we have placed out. So we've got a static camera in the corner of the main hall. This is one of our new pieces of kit and I will get Dan to demonstrate what it does. So this is the tripwire and basically it will detect EMF, so any spirit activity as a spirit moves past each light. So theoretically it will show you maybe someone walking towards you, who knows, but we've placed this literally in the middle of the dance floor. Heading towards the stage, we've got some pieces that we've placed on here. Dan has placed his K2 EMF meter in a stand so it's upright, so that can be seen. We've got a couple of cat balls on their funky stands. There they are, and just over there is one of my new REM pods. There it is, a little cutie, and that will light up lovely colours when it goes off. I'll take you into the green room. I might need a torch for this because I ain't got a clue where the light switches are, so bear with. So this area at the back is called the green room. We have a static camera in here. We also have a laser grid which Dan has set up for me. Now you can probably see the red beam. If that beam gets broken, an alarm will trigger and hopefully the camera that we've placed in the corner here will pick that up if we don't hear it. There is also a dictaphone on the table at the back of the room. So this is the green room. Dan's placed a couple of cat balls on the chairs. Oh, more than a couple, he's placed 3. I'll now take you upstairs, balcony area. Okay, so this is the upstairs balcony area, which is like a little rest area. We've got a REM pod on the table there and a cat ball on a stand on the chair. We've also got a static camera just over there in the corner. So this is the upstairs balcony, and you can see this actually overlooks that wonderful, wonderful dance floor. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell icon and you will be notified when I upload new content. That may be shorts, it may be full videos. My viewers may have noticed I have been adding more shorts recently. I do understand not everybody has all the time to watch my full videos, but I like to give my viewers the option of either shorts or the full content. Either way, I hope you like them. So again, please do subscribe. We're now going to go lights out and get this investigation on the go. So for now, catch you later. Okay, so we have gone lights out and we are going to start in the main hall area where the dance floor is. I will just say we have had a cat ball going off already tonight, and this is not the first time it's gone off. And I'll just quickly show you. It's just stopped doing it. But there you go, it's in that chair across the way. We don't know why it's going off. We've tried to see if it's to do with footsteps, but it's nothing to do with anything to do with the dance floor. You can see Dan's walking over there with the SLS and he didn't trigger it. But it's that chair that keeps going off. And there it is going off again. So it's that chair and that cat ball that keeps going off. So I'm going to get Alice going and we'll see if we can get any communication going. If there's anybody here that would like to communicate with us, can you please come forward? Trigger the cat ball that's already been going off. Trigger any of our devices that we've placed around. There's plenty of devices in the green room, in the upstairs balcony area, and that cat ball is still going off. And in this room with us as well, and on the stage, we've got REM pods, EMF detectors. We've also got Alice. Alice is on the floor. If you'd like to use Alice to communicate with us, that would be brilliant. Alice has banks of words that you can manipulate to communicate with us. It's the alphabet as well, so if you're not certain or which word to pick, you can use the alphabet to spell. Is there anybody here? That cat ball is still going off. Why only that one? Oh, here we go.
Acquire.
Acquire. That's coming from that direction, so that's coming from over there. And that cat ball is still going off. I don't understand. What do we need to acquire? Can you tell us, please? You mean, no disrespect, we've just come to communicate with anyone that wants to talk to us, anyone that's got a connection or a link to Queen's Hall. What do we need to acquire? Can you tell us, please?
Talk.
Yes, you can talk. You can talk using Alice, comes from that direction. So this direction over here now, and that cat ball is still going off. So Dan is actually moving the cat ball. And Alice just said tease. Are you teasing us? Alice has just said tease.
Extend.
Extend? What do we need to extend? I'll tell you what would be really good is if you could show me you're actually here and walk past those purple lights in the middle of the dance floor. Would you be able to do that for me, please? Would you be able to trigger that device to give me some kind of evidence that you are actually here? So I've just placed my new Seismo in the same chair where the cat ball was. So any vibration will trigger that. Just on that chair, just there.
And the ball hasn't gone off.
And since Dan has moved the ball, It's not gone off.
November. Tablet.
Dan is using a tablet for the SLS. Are you picking anything up?
No.
What about November? What do we need to know about the month of November?
Horror.
Horror.
Think.
What do I need to think about? This way again. So horror and think both came from this direction. Over here. So as mentioned, I have got another new piece of kit. Hockey. And there's another new piece of kit that's come from Sky Technology. And this is similar ITC technology to Alice. This is called the Empath. And the Empath is measuring lots of different things at the same time as well. So temperature, air, EMF, all those different elements to allow spirits to select from a range of words. There's different settings on it. So what do I need to know about you? I'll show it to you because it's easy to see it in action. And I'm going to get it running side by side with Alice to compare the two. Here's the Empath.
Calibrating. Select mode.
Can dance on the floor? No,
So-
there's lights.
We'll select a mode now. How are you? So this mode is how are you?
Cecilia.
Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. Tell me something about you. That's the mode we're on now. Cecilia, can you tell me something about you, please? This is Alice.
Great.
Disgusted.
Great and disgusted. So Alice said great. Cecilia says she's disgusted. So, is there anything I should know? That's the next mode.
Here.
Helpful.
You're here. So Alice has said here. And the empath has said helpful. So, closed question mode, so that would be yes, no. So we'll go to another subsection.
Brian.
Kill.
Brian. Kill. So we've potentially had Cecilia and Brian on the empath, and possibly Jill on Alice.
Fletcher.
Congruism.
Congruism.
Opposition.
Opposition. So we've now had Fletcher come up on the empath. Does that mean Brian Fletcher? Is that a complete name we've got there on the empath? Brian Fletcher, is that your name?
School.
School. Well, you talked about
Ezekiel.
educate. What? Ezekiel?
Pet.
Darius. Elmer.
Elmer?
Turn. Linger.
Wow, this is like the battle of the ITC devices, isn't it? If this is getting too overwhelming for whoever's here communicating with us, I can switch one of these off. I have no problem doing so.
Joseph.
So let's run the empath on its own now. Let's turn Alice off for a moment.
Rejected.
Who was rejected? We've had lots of names come through. We had a Brian, Fletcher. I don't know if they're two separate names. Loathe. So what's interesting is Dan has moved that cat ball back.
Nauseated.
Nauseated. And it's not gone off again. And interestingly enough, nor has the seismo. Mocked. So we've got nauseated, timid, March, mocked. It is March.
50.
50. Who's 50? 6.
Indifferent.
Indifferent.
13. Aggrieved. 60. 4. 16.
Are you giving us the lottery numbers?
70.
Bingo!
Dismayed.
What's my prize?
14.
Are we carrying on for a full house, are we?
7.
Full house!
Okay, I've placed some energy over here for you. You can use that if you'd like. So you can at least try and walk
Thrilled.
past our wonderful tripwire. Thrilled? You're thrilled I've given you some energy. I'm pleased I could help. We've had
Medium.
medium. Yeah, they do actually have mediums come here and do medium nights.
Valued.
Valued. Okay, I'm going to go and turn that resonate off now. So I've turned the resonate off and I have turned the spirit portal on whilst the empath is still running, and it's just said bartender. Okay, we'll just have one thing running, I think, at a time. Let's turn that off. No shit, did that just say? Go on, use that white noise and talk to us, please. Who's here with us? What? Okay, I can see you're not really loving the spirit portal, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn that off. It's not everybody's cup of tea, it's not the easiest thing to manipulate, and you have to utilise the white noise and anything that's coming through a channel, basically. So we're just on our break, and I noticed that the EMF on the stage is going off, so we'll come over and see if we can get some communication. Hello, can you do that again for me, please? Thank you. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Got to try and remember some of the names that came through now. We had so many. We had a Fletcher, but I'm guessing that's a surname. Would you like to make that go up to yellow for me, please? If you're communicating with me, can you make the EMF fluctuate to a yellow light? It's the one right in the middle. Can you do that for me, please? You're so close, you're on green. I need you to show me that you are here, and that's you making the EMF fluctuate. Can you make that go to yellow, please? Oh, it went to yellow. Thank you very much. I saw that. Oh, wow. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Keep going, please. You made it go to yellow. Twice. Brian, is that you? Brian Fletcher? Okay, yes. Oh, okay. I think I've got an answer, Dan. I think we're talking to Brian. Maybe a Brian Fletcher. Thank you very much. My name's Nikki, and that's Dan sitting over in the chair. If this isn't Brian, and it's somebody else, can you make it go up to orange for me, please, if I'm wrong, and I'm not talking to Brian? We're not at orange yet, are we? We're still green and yellow. I think we need to come off our break and focus on the stage area. So we have now come up on the stage because on our break we were getting quite a bit of activity on the EMF, the K2 that Dan's placed on the stage. So I'm going to find somewhere to sit down and I'm going to turn that K2 round to see if we can get any more action. And there's a cat ball going off. This cat ball never went off when I set it up, so I don't actually understand why it's going off now. But anyway, let's turn the K2 round. So, to the person who was communicating with me during the break via the EMF, the K2, the thing with the little green light on it, got a couple more devices up here with us. I think you may have been triggering that cat ball just to the side. I don't know if I can get them both in shot. Let's have a look. So the cat ball is there, and that's the EMF. So if you would like to either trigger the K2 or make the cat ball go off, I've got a dictaphone up here with a little orange light on it, and Alice is running as well. So you have options.
Track.
Track. That came from behind us, so that's behind the stage, Dan. That could be the green room. Are you referring to the laser grid we've set up? Are you thinking it's like a track of some sort? If you think it is, walk through that laser and see what happens.
Jumped.
You jumped? You jumped over the laser, did you? That was clever. Very clever. Who are we talking to at the moment? Cecilia? Brian? Fletcher?
Hot.
You're hot, are you? Or are you in a hot part of the building? Again, that's coming from behind, Dan.
Inches.
Inches. Again, behind us, Dan. What about inches? What do you mean?
Neck. Concentrate.
And that's pointing at me. What do we need to concentrate on?
Contract.
Okay. Cecilia, are you here?
Poisoned.
What type of poison, do you know? Tripwire's coming off. Tripwire!
I know.
Hello? Hello? So we've just literally run from the stage because the tripwire has gone off. So something physically has to break the beam. Do you want to demonstrate, Dan?
Yeah.
So you have to break the laser for that to physically go off. Nobody's here but us. So what triggered that?
That door's open, yeah.
Yeah, that leads to the stage.
Ding dong.
That's Alice.
Shit. Again. Understand. Deep.
That was bizarre. Okay, I am going to put another spirit box on in here. I'm going to turn Alice off for now. Who are we talking to, please?
Pouring.
Who set the tripwire off? The trip laser? Who set that off in the green room? Can you give me your name, please? Who set off our laser?
Dave.
Dave.
Dave? Who's Dave? What's Dave's connection with this hall? Why did Dave walk through our laser? Is it because I asked him to?
Can they walk through it again?
Test.
It was a test? Why was it a test? What are you
Didn't you-
testing?
Status.
What?
You set off the laser again?
Make. Stewed. About the. Tamar.
Tamar?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's Tamar?
Us.
Us? Did you hear that?
Done.
What's done? Is Brian here? Fletcher?
I play. Present.
You're present, are you? Where are you present? In what part of the hall are you?
Chief.
Say that again.
Operate.
Operate? What do we need to operate?
Interrupt. Because. Used to. To.
Do.
Mission.
Okay, I'm going to turn this off now for a moment. Thank you for trying. I know it's difficult. Okay, so we have come upstairs to the balcony area. We've had a little bit happen actually. We had obviously stuff happen in the break with the EMF, the K2 on the stage. So we moved to the stage area and we then had our laser trigger in the green room. What actually triggered that device? Hopefully when I'm reviewing that camera that's placed in there, might be able to tell us something. So like I say, we have come upstairs. I have brought the millimeter with me. The Seismo version 2 and the Empath. Dan has the SLS, but it seems to be malfunctioning. And actually just looking at this millimeter, this doesn't seem to be getting a proper reading at the moment either, which is a little bit bizarre. Okay.
Calibrating.
So the Empath is calibrating.
Select mode. Faith.
I didn't even get a chance to open my mouth and say anything, and we've had the word faith come through. So we've come upstairs in the hall. If there is anybody here that's been communicating with us, would you like to communicate via this device in front of me?
Surprised.
You're surprised. What are you surprised at? So the millimeter is telling me it's currently 14.8 degrees in here, although it does feel slightly chillier. That's what happens when you sit on the floor. And you end up getting
Alfred.
piles. Alfred, hi Alfred, thank you for coming through. Dan is also using the thermal camera.
The lowest temperature recorded here is 9 degrees, and the top temperature is 27 degrees.
I'm assuming I'm the top temperature.
Yeah, you're the hottest thing in this room.
Enthusiastic.
That was enthusiastic.
Can't show you Dan because he's got a bloomin' camera on me with bloody infrared, so all you see is bright light. I think he's done that deliberately. Alfred, what's your connection with the hall, please? And have you communicated with us earlier this evening?
Destroyed.
Destroyed. Did you help build this hall? I understand this hall was built by volunteers a long time ago. A lot of people put a lot of effort into getting this hall up.
Broken.
What's broken? Alfred, what's broken? So apparently we can use Jane. Hi Jane. Apparently we can use the Seismo 2 and the Empath together, because what we can do is we can set this onto like a knocking setting on it. I just need to figure out which way round it is going. Let's have a look.
Chloe.
Bernard. Hi Bernard. So it'd be 1 tap for yes, apparently. It's a bit delayed. 2 for no and it goes red. So we can use this hopefully to validate. No, the answer's... We won't use it to validate attractive. Why, thank you. So, as you may have gathered, Bernard and Jane, that you can use this device next to me, next to the Empath, to validate
Aubrey.
anything. Aubrey.
No.
No, you don't want to validate anything. That's not you, is it?
How is it me?
I don't know. You could be knocking the table.
Not me.
So, Aubrey, did you have anything to do with building this hall? Were you a volunteer? If you tap once for yes, twice for no,
Nauseated.
No, you didn't have anything to do with building this hall. You're nauseated. That's twice that's come through. So let's skip this up a notch. Tell me something about you. So we're changing the range. Yes. Yes.
Well, tell me something about them.
Please do tell me something about yourself, Aubrey. Bernard.
Bagman.
Jane. You're a bagman. Aubrey was a bagman. Okay. And what about Jane? What's Jane's connection?
50.
We're getting a lot of numbers come through again. No. Why is it going no?
Are they playing bingo? 50, nope. 17. Are you playing bingo?
Green.
Green.
No, it's red.
You can make it go green, but you've actually made it go red. Okay, let's turn the empath off. So, Aubrey. You said you're not a volunteer here. Did you work here, Aubrey? Yes. Okay. Thank you. So you worked here. Did you work in the bar, Aubrey? Did you work in the bar area? Green is yes, red is no. 2 taps makes it go red. Okay, you did. You worked in the bar. So we've got an Aubrey who worked here, Dan, in the bar. Okay, yep, we understand. So Aubrey, what time period? We're going to try and guess the time period that you worked in the bar. Did you work in the bar in the 60s, the 1960s? You did, okay. Did that go through to the 70s, the 1970s as well? Okay, so you worked here for some time. We've got that information. So, did you work in the bar through to the 1980s? So, we're saying 1960 through to 1980. Did you work in the bar for that long? Aubrey, are you still here? Okay, so maybe you don't know how to make it say no? Is that correct? You're struggling to get a no? Or do you know how to make this go no? Okay, so what else can we ask Aubrey? Aubrey, were you the only bar... Okay, is that an answer to my 1980s? So Aubrey, did you work in the bar on your own? You did? This is weird.
Did the men flirt with you, Aubrey?
How do you know Aubrey's a woman?
I don't.
Okay, that's a question we can ask. Aubrey, are you a man? Are you male? No. Okay, so you're female.
Is your name Audrey?
What, you think Aubrey was the closest thing in the empath? Possibly.
Ask.
So, did you mean to tell us your name is Audrey, not Aubrey? Are you Audrey?
Yes.
So you're Audrey, not Aubrey. Audrey, okay.
Audrey, did the men fancy you? Did they try and chat you up when they were drunk? She's not talking to me.
No, it's a fairly direct question. Okay, Audrey. Did you love working here? Did you like it here, working? Okay, yes. So what else can we ask to Audrey? Okay, Audrey, we're going to try and guess your age range. No. You don't want to talk about your age? Okay. So you don't like talking about your age or men talking to you in the bar? So we're still at 14.8 on the millimetre.
11 degrees coldest temperature at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, Audrey, so I'm going to ask you some other questions. No. Well, I'm still going to, I'm afraid. Audrey, do you know Brian? Yes. So we had the names Brian Fletcher come through. Is that... Yes. They were the names. Brian Fletcher. Is that a full name? First and surname? Yes. Okay. So we also had the name... Audrey, Cecilia. Yeah? So, did Cecilia work here? Audrey, did Cecilia work here?
Maybe she don't know.
Okay, maybe you don't know, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Do we need to move to the green room? Yes. We need to move to the green room, Dan. Looks like we're moving to the green room. Okay, we're on the last leg of this investigation and we have come into the green room and the static camera has actually drained. That's that it?
Yes.
Yeah, it has drained, thank you. We've got the seismo on again with the yes-no answers. It's got a really big battery on it that are like meant to last twice as long. The infrared is gone as well, but we will get the empath going as well. Sorry, no, I'm putting it on.
Calibrating. Select mode.
Susan. Hi, Susan. Hi, Susan.
Adam.
I'll put it on a chair. There you go. So we've moved the seismo onto the chair so it's not on the same area. Okay. Would you like to tell me something about yourself? Susan, Adam and Gwyneth. What would you like to tell us?
Did you trigger the equipment earlier? The laser grid?
Timid.
You're timid? Is Susan timid?
Can you walk through the laser grid? Break the laser?
Cavalry.
Cavalry? What about the cavalry?
September.
September. So we'll change the topic range. Is there anything I should know? What about September?
Bearman.
Bemen again. We've got the word Bemen.
Fulfilled.
Fulfilled. We were talking with an Audrey upstairs in the balcony area. Is Audrey still here with us?
Balancer.
Barrister. Who was the barrister? Okay, I'm going to turn this off now and we'll stick just with the seismo. Okay, the empath is off now and we're using just the seismo. So who are we talking? Oh, is Audrey still here? Or Susan? Is anybody left here that wants to communicate with us? Anybody at all? Anyone who wants to break that laser beam on the floor? Okay. It's that time of the night again where it's gone a bit flat. Last chance to trigger that laser. We're going to pack up and go soon. Hi there, Nikki, Hallows, Spirit Pursuers. We've now finished our investigation for the evening at Queen's Hall in Watton. Bit quiet to start with, but as we know with investigations, that happens. Sometimes it can take time for spirits to want to communicate with us. We've had EMF going off, we've had lots of different names come through and words on both Alice and the empath. We've been using the Seismo version 2 for yes/no answers, and that worked out pretty well as well. That was upstairs in the balcony. We even had the laser trip that we set up, so the laser trigger went off in the green room. But for now, thanks for watching once again. Really hope you've enjoyed this investigation. Catch you later.